Kirby fans, and welcome back to the channel. Those of you new to the channel, make sure you slap that subscribe button and ding that bell so you don't miss any notifications of upcoming videos. Right, so if you watched the previous video, obviously it was the questionnaire for the Kirby G6 we're giving away. So again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can enter the competition. The quicker we get this to 250, which I'm hoping we can get to by next weekend, the quicker I can ask the next question to get this Kirby out there for somebody to enjoy. So yeah, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ding that bell, and we'll get straight to this episode. Right, so in today's episode, what we're going to do, I've got a video of strip downs, and I did a video previously just on changing the bushes, which I presume made people's life a lot easier. It's quite a quick video, so this one shouldn't be that long either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys and ladies how to change a fan. So if you've got a Lexan fan broken or vibrating in your Kirby, I'm going to quickly show you how to change that. Instead of stripping the whole Kirby down, we can just take the front bit off. So you're still going to have to take the top off and the front bit, but you can clean it out, and all you need for this job is obviously a Torx bit, a little bit of silicone to reseal your Kirby, and a little screwdriver to undo the bit at the front. So yeah, get straight to it. Right, so welcome to the strip down. So first up, like when you're changing the bushes, if you watched the previous episode, we're going to have to take this top case off first. So we'll start with that. Okay, this is a pretty quick change. So we're going to undo that Torx bolt there, Torx screw should I say. Put that to one side. Okay, and then what we do is we get a little screwdriver, put it in there, push that forward, and then lift that up, and out it pops. There you go. So you're literally just pushing that back with a screwdriver to release it. So this bit there. So when you put the screwdriver through, you push that back, it leaks and it pops up. Okay, so next up, two rear bolts. We're not going to have to take any of the tech drive out or anything like that. So it's pretty simple process. Okay, so we've done those two. So again, we'll undo these two front ones again. So there's one here and one here, and that's both those are countersunk. Okay. Okay, if you've seen my previous videos, this is the Century 2 I have been using it, and she's running really well. So I did put a new fan in this when I bought it, but it's going to be probably a little bit dirty inside, not massively, because it's only been used for a couple of months, a couple of weeks. Okay, so again, to release our power, we've just took that self-tapper out, as you can see, just out of there. Then this is a push forward and pull down, and out it comes. And pop your lead out. Again, you can leave the lead on here, you don't need to disconnect it, just lift it off, and that's as far as you're going on the back bit. So you just put that to one side. So next up, and as I said, it is pretty quick, you're going to have to undo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. And when we put this back together, you're going to need a Stanley blade for starters, and you're going to need a little tube of silicone. Any silicone will do. I've got loads of little packs I get from Kirby, but any silicone will actually do, because it just gives you that airtight seal. Okay, so take those bottom ones out. Oops. Out that comes. Yeah, that one comes, top two. Like so, and then this one here. So this is like the main one in the centre that holds the case together as well. So you have to make sure you remove that. That's a countersunk one as well. Okay, so when you put them back, just remember the long ones go in the top, shorter ones in the bottom, and then you've got your countersunk one there. Alright, so now all you need to do is grab a slotted screwdriver. Okay, and we're just going to release that, like so. There you go. Oops. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is get a Stanley blade, and we'll just clean that off. As you can see, the fan's pretty clean because it's a new fan. It's only been there a couple of weeks. And then what we'll do as well, what I'll show you, is when you take this off, it's your opportunity to clean out here. Now, what you do is normally that's full of gunk, but I say it's only been used a couple of weeks. So this holds a lot of dust. So you can wash that you can wash that in the laundry sink. Clean this out. Just clean that out. Or not, I'll probably wipe this out with a wet wipe because there's not a lot of dirt in there. Okay, and then obviously we've got to release the fan. Now we've got the front off. To release our fan, it's literally a little screwdriver through there, and then all I find is if you hold the fan, it's literally, there we go, normally quite loose. Then you want to do that. Okay, if it's quite stiff, then you can get, you'd have to take the back off and take the, if it's quite stiff, you'd have to take the yoke off, and then you can get a 9mm spanner down the back just to stop this spinning at the back. But other than that, that comes off. That comes off now. Obviously I'm not going to put a new fan in this because, yeah, as you can see, it's barely used. Okay, but what I'll do is I'll take all this off and then I'll just go and grab a kit. So what I tend to do is I get either the vacuum, I'll get another Kirby and suck this off, but for this purpose all I'll do is get a little brush. And you can literally, obviously, wear a bit of a mask if you're doing it like so. And I'll just brush that out, hence wear a mask. And then all we do is, I've put this seal back on, well that was in, sorry. Okay, so just wipe it around there, give that a nice clean, wipe all this out. I mean it's pretty clean anyway, so there's not a lot there. You can pull this out, like so, wipe in there, wipe around there, and then put that back in. That's pretty clean. Alright, so next up you'd have your new fan kit, which we're not going to put in yet. We'll put the old fan back on and pretend it's that. But what you get in the kits is obviously you'll get a new seal for your bearing, you'll get a new, that's what your rubber seal goes on, and then a new spindle, and then your fan, and there should be a plastic washer in there as well. Okay, plastic washer should be, yeah, on the back of the fan. So there's the plastic washer. Okay, so again, just wipe the back of that. I mean, if your fan's okay, just take it off, give it a clean, and then put it back on. But this one is, you know, literally a couple of weeks old, so there's nothing wrong with it. So then what you need is a Stanley blade, and you're just going to clean anything that's off here. Okay, it doesn't seem to stick so bad on these because it would be like a polycarbonate, so there's actually nothing on there. Alright, so the next process, we put that to one side and we grab our front bit. Okay, so again I'll just give that a bit of a wipe out. Okay, that's just old Kirby silicone. Just excess silicone, you can see it was grey. Okay, so then we just clean this off, just lightly. Obviously don't gouge it. Okay, just try not to slip and get your fingers. Okay, and that is ready to go back on. So what we'll do is we'll pretend we've got our new fan. So we'll take this seal off. Okay, so what you'll have in your new fan will be, I don't think I'll be able to pull this off. Yep, I will. So what you'll have is you'll have a new rubber cup washer, and then you'll have this washer here. You just put that on there, like so, and then push that back on there. If you want, you can put a little bit of grease in there, depending on how old your Kirby is. I normally just put a tiny bit of grease in there, not overkill, just enough to give that front bearing a bit of grease. Okay, next up you'll have a plastic washer. So you put your plastic washer on first. Then we put our fan on, which pushes on. Then our washer. And then our front spindle, okay, which is anti-clockwise, screwing on. And then all I do is hold the fan and literally tighten that. And it is self-tightening anyway, you've got the belt going. And that's it. Right, so the next process is refitting this. Oops. Okay, so I'll give that a bit of a wipe out. Obviously when you put your silicone round, don't use your Kirby straight away, just give it a couple of hours to go off. Or if you vacuum for the day, then do it. And then obviously by the next day it'll be gone off. Okay, so all I've got is some generic silicone I get from Kirby, but it's just silicone seal and that's all it is. Nothing special whatsoever. Alright, so all we're going to do is put a smear of silicone around here. I'll go around these nuts where these bolt holes are as well, and up there, around there, down this side, and then round there. Okay, you don't have to put any along here, because that's, you can get a screwdriver in there to release it anyway. So that is open, so you don't need to put any there, just around here. So I'll just show you as we do it. But as you can see, it's a pretty quick fix. And just bear in mind, silicone does stink. Okay, and you can wet your finger and smear it around if you want. I don't bother because I'm not a big fan of the taste of silicone. And it will compress once you put it back on anyway. Okay, so that's that. What I'll do is put the lid back on so it doesn't go everywhere. I'll put the excess silicone there. Okay, this bit slots back in. So that way round, facing you, and just drop that just in there. Okay, that will help you then locate where it goes back in. So pick it up in the middle so you're covered in silicone. And we're going to lift this up and locate that plastic bit first. I'll find that easier. Try and locate that, and that's it, that's on. It will, because that plastic piece is in there, it will hold its own. So grab your two short bolts, and you're going to put them back in the bottom. Okay, and what I tend to do is try and get this countersink one to line up first. So tighten it loosely by hand, because you don't want to thread it. Okay, then tighten your bottom ones. Don't over tighten, just do them loose for now, just so you can get everything locating. What we'll do is put the top two in, so you have to push that out down to locate. Just bear in mind this has to go straight through and line up with the chassis that holds the headlight section. So that way, just make sure it goes on correctly. What you'll see is all the silicone will start oozing out. So you can smear it along with your finger. I tend to leave it because it's not going to hurt, and it's clear silicone that's on there anyway. Because you don't want to get silicone all over your polished aluminium, because it'd be a nightmare to polish. Tighten that up. Tighten that up. And then tighten that up. So then all we do is we're going to put the top back on. So again, slide it over there. slot that down. Put your two front countersunk screws in. So that's one there. Again, tighten them loosely by hand so you don't thread them. Okay, so once you know they're not threading, then you can go ahead and tighten them with your hand screwdriver or electric screwdriver. It's entirely up to you. But again, I find the safest way to do it is with a hand screwdriver. You've got no major issues coming then with it spinning. Okay, so now we should have just 3 screws left, which we have. Flip around. One in there, one in there. Tighten those up again, like I said on my previous video. Just make sure that's pushed in a little bit because you don't want your trim hanging out. So before you go down tight, I'll just press on it and tighten her up because there's a bit of movement, and then the same on this one. Tighten her down and then just push it in and tighten her up. Okay. So next up, silicone. We've got our top on. We're just going to poke our lead in, like so, and then again the cover is literally pushing in at the bottom, lift it up, pull back. Okay, and then you're just going to put this self tapper back in there, which I'll do with the screwdriver. Oops. Push that forward so it locates in, and that's your power lead back in. Okay, so last but not least is our scuff plate. So just literally put it in there, put it down, give it a tap, and then we've got that one final screw, wherever I put it, to drop in. There it should be. And there we go, one Kirby with a new fan obviously fitted. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. So it's the end of the that episode and that tutorial, Kirby fans. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope these tutorials are really helping people. I'm trying to break it down as simple as possible. And again, for you new viewers, make sure you slap that subscribe button and hit that notification so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. As well as that, you could be in the draw to win a Kirby G6, which is up for grabs. We've got 4 more chances to go for that. So let's head for that 250 subscriber mark. Make sure you share these videos. Let's get there. Let's get the next question out there and give someone else a chance to win it. And yeah, thanks for the views. Much appreciated. And please comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time.